Hello, hello. We're live again. Ah! Oh, I see you elevated the poo.
I elevated it. It's resting on the plant. Oh no!
Yeah, volume down. Katie, how's it going? Built on the Rock Homestead, how's it going? Question, did Jim fish the bone out before backfilling? No, it's still there. But I didn't backfill either. We're still we're
Not
still
yet.
still working on it.
Sure, you turn your volume down.
Oh, good call, good call. Volume down
I
everywhere.
forgot mine.
Bubba Redneck, how's it going? Hello, howdy from Douglas Jr., James Freeman, Steve, how's it going? Glad everyone could make it tonight. A little chilly, so I got my sweatshirt on. New, brand new, just came today. Uh, it was a cold day today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's chilly.
And windy. To get into that, man.
Yeah.
Ferocious winds today. Charlie, hello. Gabriella, Andrew, the Nikki 68, Garden Max. How's it going?
The plant fertilizer. Yeah.
I know, right?
Oh,
Oh, Ascension Ranch.
hey.
Welcome to the crew pack. Thank you very
Awesome.
much. Uh-oh, a 13 Moons Homestead is here. Now we can begin. Now we can begin. So Built on the Rocks Homestead says hard freezes here every night. How about where it's been cold here, but the nights haven't been too bad. What have we been getting to now? Like kind of low 30s, but
Low 30s.
not quite freezing.
It's been kind of like borderline.
Right on the border, but no hard freezes. We get a little bit like we noticed if we leave some dirt unattended overnight, that could kind of free like some of that moist
If,
dirt.
yeah,
That'll freeze up.
right on the surface.
I think the we'll have to jug of water out where the build site is, and that kind of froze up a little bit.
Mm,
Not solid, but just
yeah. Bubba Redneck said wind chill was 19 last night here.
yeah. And tonight is going to be even colder. Tonight we could get down. What is it?
In the
It's supposed to be
20s.
26 or something.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
a little bit warmer than what it's been predicting, but it's going to be cold. It's going to be chilly.
Yeah, and with the wind, the way it is, it's just. Uh, I didn't even go outside that much today because the wind and the chilly weather is like getting slapped in the face, with a cold hand.
Yeah, it's bad. Uh, and so much dust.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm out there trying to work. So I had to be out there. I had to tamp the course that we did from the previous day, and wind is just whipping through there, pushing me around. I'm standing. I got to stand on the wall. This wall that's now like 6.5 feet before the bottom of that bedroom, and the wind's just pushing me around. I'm like try to keep my balance up there. Getting sand blasted in the face from that wind. It was scary. We were debating on because we finished up course 15, but we took some measurements. We took out the water level. We measured between um, the bedroom and the root cellar, and we kind of determined that we're going to need to do 16. It's going to end up being the exact same amount of courses from the bedroom to the root cellar, which will give us 7 feet of room inside there which I think is appropriate
Mhm.
for what we need. And it should be pretty much level or pretty close to being level. You know, it might be like an inch or two when it's all said and done, but it should be pretty level between the two rooms, which is going to be important.
Yes,
A
Heart
little.
Heart says, hello, new sub, and I love your channel.
Well, thank you
Thank
very
you very
much.
much.
We appreciate that. Um,
Hi, Smoking Gun.
hey.
And Stephanie.
So yeah, so it was just one course left. We did 15. We just have one more to do. And we were debating about going out there and doing it, but it just wasn't going to happen. Like my job wouldn't have been my job wouldn't have been too bad. Uh, shoveling dirt and stuff like that, but what she does would have just been darn near impossible trying to keep balance on a 6.5 foot wall
Mm-hmm.
and trying to shovel all those cans inside cans of dirt inside those bags. They're trying to keep it from flying away.
Yeah, well, it's tricky, like balancing that bag. It's a
It's
little.
like, especially before you get any dirt in there, it's
It wants to fly away.
wants to fly away. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. 13 moons. You gotta play it safe, and if the conditions aren't right, it's probably best not to push it. And we could take a day off every now and then, I suppose. Get some other things done.
You said you felt guilty
I
that we didn't do a course today.
I did. Isn't that crazy? I'm still working on other things. There are other things I got to get done, other chores and stuff like that that always fall behind and stuff like that when we're so focused on building. But I'm in here. I'm inside. I'm knocking out some of those dishes, and I'm still like, man, I really wanted to get that course done. I feel guilty for not getting out there and getting that done, but
G Princess
it
said,
happens.
I made it. I'm with you.
Nice, nice. Did you find
I
that
love
link?
you guys.
Did you find that link? Yeah, we'll take a day off, but then we're gonna get right back to it tomorrow. Don't worry. We're gonna finish off that next thing tomorrow.
The wind was crazy last night, and
Oh yeah,
usually it might get kind of windy in the afternoon near like the warmest part of the day. But last night it was windy all night and then all day today. And actually, like a part of our trailer ripped off during the night.
yeah. So last night was crazy. So like she said, it's unusual to have such strong winds at night. It'll happen every now and then, and last night was one of those nights. It really started picking up as it started getting later, and crew scared of the wind. He's a tough dog. Well, he's a tough dog, and if he sees anything physical, he'll attack it. But that wind is something he doesn't
Can't
like.
bite the wind.
He'll start kind of barking. He'll start whining. He can't sleep unless one of us is out here with him. Kind of like a little kid. So I was outside. I slept on the couch with him out here, and yeah, I knew there's this loud banging on the roof, and I go out to check it, and it's just one of these it's just this plastic cover that goes over one of the vents of the RV, and it was already partially loose, and it was just banging on the roof. And then the wind just got so high last night, it just ripped it right off. But the good thing is no more knocking sound then afterwards. So you got to take the good with the bad.
Is that a poop Christmas tree?
That's our Christmas
That'll
tree.
probably end up being our Christmas tree.
You got to decorate it, put some Christmas decorations on it.
Maybe. How many bags will it be to do the bedroom? So it
It's
should
gonna
be
be.
about the same as the root cellar, which was how many?
I can't believe you just asked me. I don't know.
Wasn't around like 600 or was it 500 or something?
It might be around 500 something. If anyone can calculate it,
Quick math.
26 bags, 16 rows. Quick math.
26 bags per row.
Melissa said hubby and her just received their shirts, and they're so ridiculously cute. Great quality. Also, we love them. Also, how are you guys doing? Well, thank you very much. We're glad you like the shirts. I just got mine today too. I always got to get a new version of one of the shirts we put out because I just I love them too.
And I ordered the sweatshirt along with it because you need a new one.
Crew just tore my other one apart. It's full of holes. So Crew was eyeing this up when I put it on. He's like, "Wait, there are no holes in that. Well, I got to take care of that." Did you rescue Crew's bone? No, it's still by the house.
So he has that one in the house, and then he buried another one where, like, in that trench. So are you gonna dig those out before you fill?
Yeah, I'll have to. If he doesn't get it out, I'll have to go in there and get it out. Oh.
Rancho Rosales says, "Hello GDP, good job on the underground room. Love watching your channel." Thank you very much.
Thank you. It means a lot.
So, what's the next project? Armida asks. Are we gonna...
Let's talk about that. Let's get into that. So in our last video, we reached out to everyone and we asked, everyone's opinion on what should be next, the East Dome, the West Dome, and a lot of good suggestions on both points, East Dome, West Dome. But I think for sure the West Dome probably edged out. And that's kind of, I think, where we were leaning towards as well, right? Because originally I was thinking East, but then I'm kind of thinking West. But I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, we're already right there in that area. Might as well just keep working from that area. Not that it would be that hard to switch it up, but I think the electrical is just going to be a big thing and get that situated. And because with the water, we're going to need electricity down there to pump that water anyway. Can't do anything with the water until the electric's set up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of going to what it's going to be. I think we're going to kind of build up on the West Dome. Ascension Ranch says, "How did you learn how to set up your channel?"
No, we didn't really know what we were doing when we first started.
Are you talking about just like basic setup of like just starting a channel? Because I just kind of, that was me, and I just kind of muddled through it.
Yeah.
At the time. And you just learn things as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just start uploading things. Maybe if you do a little better than me, do some research before starting and get all those and just learn the ins and outs of how to do it right. I just started things up. This is the channel name. Start putting content up there. I had no idea what I was doing. And you can tell. If you look at those videos, like this, this guy clearly has no idea what he's doing. And and eventually, like, just the basics of getting the channel set up. I don't think it's too hard. It's usually pretty easy to set up a channel. The hard part is keep improving. I think it's just the quality of the content. You're not gonna be amazing right away. It's just about putting it out there, keep improving it, make each video better than the next. I think.
Yeah. Joshua Matrix Farrell said, "I like how you guys introduce the stairs into the layers." Yeah, I like that too. It reduces the amount of lumber that we have to use for the stairs.
It's a nice addition, but I think just between us, okay. You're not happy with the stairs in the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
We might end up changing that up. I think for the root cellar, I think it's perfectly fine.
Maybe it was I don't know if I just pushed it too far, trying to go 2 layers, but like there's a special way you have to do it as well.
It's a little tricky to get everything level.
So they ended up being a little close together. Some of them are kind of steep because you really gotta like watch the level of the fill in some of those bags and stuff like that. And it got a little out of control. So some of those steps are a little close together and a little steep. So special warning out there. So what do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, I think we'll see how the rest goes, but yeah, we might end up, since I've been talking a lot about doing cob things. I'm gonna think about it a little bit, but might end up doing something with cob with the stairs too.
So a lot of cob down there, possibly a cob stairway, and cob shelves, and a cob bed. I was just kidding on that. Are we gonna do a cob bed?
We might. I don't know. We might.
Twin Flame Makers is here. Cobb is great. How's it going? How's it going, Twin Flame Makers? Scuba Doob Smitty. Will radon permeate your cistern? Now, radon was something you were concerned about with the house build. I don't think that's going to be such a big issue with the cistern, right? Because it's all covered with a plastic liner. So I don't think radon will get in there. If anything, it'll just shunt off to the sides, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the water's all contained in that liner.
So if there could be a lot of cob work down there. Might take some time. Might take some time to like really finish off everything on the inside.
Is it going to cause you? Oh, yeah, that vent that came off, we're gonna have to replace that or something, right? Before it rains.
Excuse me? What?
The vent that came off of the trailer last night.
Oh no.
What is that?
No, it's the cover for the vent, so it still actually has a cover on there. It's not a big gaping hole in there.
Oh, okay.
So
there's a cover on the cover.
Yeah, because you can raise the cover to open up the vent, and then it'll still be covered with that other plastic thing from any rain or something like that.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, but
so it's just a like there's just a big hole in the RV, and there's a plastic thing over that, and you can lift that to let in air or whatnot. And there's another cover that goes on top of that, so when you do open it up, things just don't fly in. So really, we would not be able to just raise up that plastic cover because there's nothing covering the cover.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense?
Sure. Anyway.
But we don't raise that anyway. So
Right. No, we don't. We
the
don't use
biggest
that.
the only thing we have opened up is the bathroom one.
Yeah.
See, if you need anything, just explain. Just come to me. I'll explain it. I'll simplify it. No problems.
Torian Brown asks, which mountain range is that in the background? Reminds me of the Huachucas.
The Huachucas are actually pretty close to us.
Yeah,
but,
it's actually, if you look at that mountain range closest to us, like the Huachucas are in back of that. Right? No, those are the Chiricahuas. I don't know.
now you got me confused. These mountains are the Swiss homes.
Okay. Where are the Huachucas?
Huh?
Where are the Huachucas?
I don't know. You got me confused now. I don't know.
No, the ones closest to us is
The Swiss
the
homes.
Swiss one.
I know that. Now I'm gonna have to refresh my memory where everything is. I know the Chiricahuas are north.
I think those are the next closest ones north. And then the mules are towards Bisbee.
The Griffin asked, do you have goal dates on when certain aspects of your project will be complete? You just have a final day when you would like to see the domes done.
I would like to have it done before May. That's when our building permit runs out. And we can get an extension for another year. But I don't know, we'll probably have to pay something for that. So if we can get it done before that, that would be awesome. So I have no idea how long these domes are gonna take.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. So like the dome will actually, this will be the first time we're gonna try and do a dome, which is crazy because it's like our house. Maybe we should have done like a smaller practice project, but here we are. We got to make it work. I think one of the biggest concerns I have is just to make sure the soil, just as itself, is a very stable product. So we're going to do a few test runs. We're going to make a few bags and just let it, we're going to try open one after 1 week, another after 2 weeks, and then another after 3 weeks and see how
long it takes to fully dry out.
How solid that material is.
And I mean, that's something we maybe should have done before, but I think it's important to do it now in the winter when we're building, because it's going to be completely different as far as how long that takes. I mean, we're already seeing like it takes a little longer for the soil to dry out as we're working than it did in the summer.
We're very concerned about, or well, we're semi-concerned about building during the winter months.
And what effect like any freezing temperatures might have. We really only have to worry about the freezing at night. And it's probably not going to be like a really hard freeze, but definitely we want to be able to plan for that. Like if we have to do anything to protect the bags while we're building, that's really important that we figure that out.
And it might be just a precautionary thing, but we might utilize straw bales or whatnot to kind of protect the bags a little bit from the cold.
Nice to see you guys. I live in Malta, but considering doing something similar in Sicily and enjoying watching your journey.
Oh,
that's so cool.
That is very cool.
Thank you.
The Nikki68 says, what are you using for the dome?
What are we using for the dome?
Just the same
Earthbags.
Earthbags.
But it should be interesting. because we're changing up the way that we do it so that we can
Yeah.
make the dome. So if you see in our videos, we have like this metal pole in the middle with a metal arm coming out. We're going to use something similar, but we're changing the way that we're using it so that we can measure up and make this dome shape, because we have to step in each row of bags just the right way so that it forms that dome.
It should be interesting to see how this is all going to work because, like I said, it's the first time we're doing it. It's going to be supposedly 20 feet high when we're done.
Mm.
Off Grid Life asks, how much water do you have so far? I don't know. I haven't actually gone in to check the water level of the poly tanks. Have you?
I've just kind of felt it on the outside. You can kind of feel a temperature change. But I forgot what it was at last time I checked. I think we have at least still a couple thousand gallons left, but it's starting to get low.
It's getting low, and I've been pumping water like every day we build out there. I gotta pump water, so it's a little nerve-wracking. I'm almost positive we're gonna need a water delivery at some point because there's just no rain in the forecast. It's been a dry year.
Homesteading asks what we're doing with the bedroom floor. Will be gravel or will you pour concrete? We're thinking of doing a soil floor, an earthen floor. Might be also kind of like cob. Just like cob everywhere.
Cob floor, cob walls, cob stairs, cob, everything cob.
Yeah.
It should be interesting when it's done. Simply Simple Soap says, hello, we watch a lot and learned a lot from you. Thanks for sharing your journey. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
My husband and I 27th wedding anniversary is tomorrow. So excited.
Oh, awesome.
What?
Congratulations.
Happy anniversary. Very cool.
Wow.
North Star Prepstetter, how's it going? Good evening. Heirloom Permaculture, good to see you. Oh yeah, I keep doing it. Someone's asking about owner builder opt out. I thought they said.
Yeah, we still need a permit for that. What the opt out means is you're opting out of inspections. So yeah, we still have to get a permit. We just have to submit like basic site plan. You don't need blueprints or anything like that. And
it's just basically where you're going to build. Make sure it's far from any setbacks, any wells, septic, or anything like that. All the proper spacing has to be set from any fence lines and everything like that. And that's pretty much it. And then there's a few inspections you have to do. They have to inspect your septic. They have to inspect before you build and then after you build. I see Built on the Rocks Homestead says, how much do you have to have complete by the deadline? Do you have to have it plastered, electric, and stuff like that? And I don't think so. I think basically if the structure is pretty much there, like if we have the domes complete, but maybe they're not finished, they'll probably sign off, okay, it's there. Yeah, and then you just finish it up.
Is your bedroom 20 feet across? It's going to be a little smaller than that, 14 feet. So we figure we don't need a very large bedroom. I've actually been pretty comfortable with the one in the RV here, and that's super tiny.
Mm-hmm.
We just need it for sleeping.
Yeah.
And then like a small closet space for clothes, but I mean we don't have a lot of clothes either.
And someone brought up like there was a couple different opinions. One was like, well, why make the bedroom so small? why not make it bigger? And another person commented, why have a bedroom at all? Bedroom's kind of a waste of space because you're in there for just to
Yeah.
sleep and then that's it. And I guess it's all kind of preference of the person. Um, I kind of like the utilitarian approach that this one dome we visited out at this place called Ransom Ranch, and I was talking to her about it the other day. She just had this like little bedroom section.
It's kind of like a bump out of the. She has an Earthbag dome. It's like a small dome. What is it, like 12 feet diameter?
12-foot
And then
interior
there's
diameter.
just this little bump on the side with a very. It's not even like a full mattress. It's like a cushion thing that you can just crawl in there and sleep.
You just probably crawl in there,
Very
and
simple.
it's just a very simple, small sleeping space.
But I think for you, like, it's important that we have this underground space where it's really nice, cool, dark sleeping conditions to get a really nice, good night's sleep.
Yeah, I think when we were deciding on the design of the house, I was debating whether we like. I was kind of the thinking like, do you even need a whole bedroom as well? But I think you kind of like the idea of having a bedroom, so we decided to put that under the ground. I think personally, I think it's going to be like the best type of sleep you can get. It'd be so cool. It'd be perfect temperatures, should be all year round. That's what I hear. And then people talked about maybe adding in like some kind of light, some kind of area where you can get light down into the ground, kind of like a well or something like that.
Oh, window well or something.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I don't really. No, if you can get just a pitch blackness, there you go. That's good sleep right there.
A cave.
That's just good sleeping.
John says, "Hi, I'm new to your channel. I wondered, why did you decide to use Earthbags rather than some other building medium?" Well, I think we took quite a while just thinking about different types of building. And we consider different factors. So we don't think Earthbags are necessarily better than other things, but for us it made the most sense. Like, we had to consider the cost, local resources, if it was something that we could handle ourselves versus having to hire someone else to do the design, to do the work. And Earthbags just worked out in all those areas, and we found a place where we were able to build with Earthbags. So
I think there's going to be a lot of positives and negatives to all types of earthen building, natural building. You absolutely have to decide
what works for climate,
what works for you in your particular situation.
Finances, yeah, physical capabilities.
But like, we didn't like physical capabilities. I mean, I guess, we just kind of jumped into that. We knew it would be tough work.
Yeah.
But, and
it is like a lot of people that we've seen building with Earthbags. There's usually like groups of people doing it. It's not just like two people, but
it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting it done. It may not be super fast. We can only do one course a day when we do it, but we're getting it done.
Yeah.
But when my brother was out here, just having that extra pair of hands, even just one more person, it can go so much faster. Just getting the dirt into the bags, that's the tough part. But cost is huge. Earthbags, like, honestly, that's one of the cheapest ways you can go, because you don't need, well, depending on where you are, we don't need to put a roof on. We can do a dome. And then
that works for our climate. It may not work as well in other climates,
depending on where you are.
Paul asked, did you ever see the Twilight Zone of the people in the round room? I don't remember that one.
I don't know if I remember that one. North Star Prep Starter asked, you started in May? I don't know if that's when we started, but that's when our permit runs out.
Oh, right.
So we had like we when we moved out here, we had to have the permit, and we could have probably snuck out here and lived out here for a while, and then submitted the permit later. But we put in the permit right away because we played it straight, and that's when it runs out. So we actually had quite a bit of time where we could have been building it, but we wanted to take our time and make sure we were planning it in the right area, which is good because that ended up changing, didn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, a lot of things
A lot of
changed.
things changed during that time, so I'm glad we waited.
Yeah.
Homestead Witchery says, "Hey, did I miss you telling us what you're doing next?" You did. I'm sorry. It's over. We can't tell you.
Sorry.
We're doing the West Dome. That's what we. That was a big consensus in the comments section.
Yeah.
Plus, Earthbag Home, roughly 20 to 50K average. New home here is around 100K. A lot cheaper. Ascension Ranch says, our bedroom in outing home will be 9 by 9, just enough for sleeping. Exactly. Sometimes it's all you need. Oh, I'm not doing the phone thing. So did you consider an Earthship home? Earthships are something we considered too, tires, but
Yeah.
tires wasn't something, I just wasn't sure about it. Working with the tires, and plus I hear like the off gassing and stuff like that. You got to be careful with that.
But I really love the idea of reusing
Oh
materials
yeah,
like
it's
that.
fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
And that's part of
I love
what
the idea of
I
doing
liked
Earthships.
about the Earthbags too, because we're able to use this material that would otherwise be waste. You know,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like using a lot of plastics, but in this case, it's something that would have been disposable that we're now using for something permanent. So I can feel good about that.
Yeah, sometimes we'll get some flack, like, oh, it's a lot of plastic you're utilizing for a green dream, but you gotta understand something like these bags that we're using are misprinted bags, so they would end up probably maybe getting tossed. Can't they can't go into use. They can't sell
Yeah.
them like that, and it'll be part of a permanent structure. That's a good question. Are you going to connect the rooms? We get asked that a lot in the comments section, and we will be, but not underground. A lot of people are like, wow, why didn't you connect them underground? I think we were talking about that at one point.
Yeah. I think I was just nervous about how that
I think I
would.
brought that up. I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool to have like a tunnel in there or something like that? But yeah, and I agree. Just the engineering behind that, like you'd want to make sure something like that was pretty stable.
Well, you'd have to. I think if we like opened up that whole middle part, so it'd be like one big hole, but then you put like.
Maybe, but we ended up not doing it.
But the top's gonna be connected.
There'll be a hallway between the two,
Yeah.
the two domes. Yeah, Homestead Witcher says, I think underground bracing would be really complicated in a ton of work. Yeah, and like you got to be sure that that you don't make mistakes. That's like one thing that you can't fudge on because you don't want that to collapse or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Mindful Homestead, how's it going? Glad you could make it. You guys are building Luke Skywalker's home. A lot of people have brought that up. I don't think I thought of that when we were designing it, but then people brought it up. I was like, oh man, we literally are like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have our own Tatooine out here in the desert. Gonna have our own. We just need to start, and we're harvesting rainwater. It's kind of they were kind of moisture
farmers
out there.
How much rain are you getting every year? Um, so our average is supposed to be 13 inches a year. Last year we got over 20, and this year so far it's been a lot less. It might be like under 10 or something by the time we're done.
So maybe it'll average out.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, last year we were so spoiled. That was the
Yeah.
amount of rain was just amazing.
And we weren't ready for all that rain either. We had our
I
poly
know.
tanks and they were overflowing. And now that we have
Like
this
every day.
huge cistern, we're not getting anything.
It's
It's
terrible.
like, oh.
It's terrible. Are you guys going to name the homestead, or is GDP the name of both the homestead and the business venture? Interesting that you bring that up. Have you fully made a decision on that? Technically, we have a name that we were thinking of calling this place. Uh, Aside from GDP,
I don't
like
think we have an official name yet.
it's not official, but it's definitely something we've been kicking around. Really, the GDP Green Dream Project is more of just like the channel name and like our nonprofit organization. So that kind of falls under that. But I think you were kicking around a separate name.
If people have suggestions too, I would.
Are you going to reveal anything now, or do you want to keep that under wraps?
Maybe wait.
If anyone has suggestions, maybe we'll put that in there, or maybe we'll put that in a video sometime.
Oh yeah. Floor's Journey says, "Hey guys, I saw a news story yesterday about a group building Dirtbag Homes in Puerto Rico for hurricane victims. Pretty cool."
Yeah.
I saw something on that too, I think.
Yeah, that story's really been going around, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I think that's being spearheaded by Cal Ranch. Or Cal Earth, excuse me.
Cal Ranch.
I'm mixing up Ransom Ranch with Cal Earth, excuse me. Yeah, so I think that's being spearheaded by Cal Earth, but I think that's fantastic. And I think that's the whole point of this, of Earthbag building, really, is low cost housing that can be erected fairly quickly, quicker than this. With just two people, it's going to take a while. But if you have a team of people, you could put something like this together, maybe even in a couple weeks.
Yeah. And it's really good for severe weather conditions like that.
Yep.
Hurricanes, earthquakes. Jojo said you should make crew a doghouse for a side project. I was just thinking about that today.
Did we talk about that in a video? I mean, yeah. My brother-in-law Peter, he was gonna build like a little earthen doghouse for a crew or something like that, but then it just never happened.
I think we should do that.
I don't think he would ever use it though.
I don't care. I just want to make a little.
Well, she wants to make a little doghouse, whether he uses it or not. Honestly, I don't think Crew would ever use a doghouse. He's always got to be.
You know what he needs? He needs like
he need?
a tower that he can climb and like have a lookout on, so he can. He likes to be able to see.
I feel like he would like
everything.
that more. He needs to be able to see everything.
Yeah, I don't know if we could make a tower. But
I don't know if he would climb a tower. But yeah, he would. I don't think he would ever use a doghouse because he has to see everything. He's got to be facing, like he knows exactly where entrances are, and he's always facing that. Like if he's laying inside, he's always facing the door of the trailer. If he's outside, he's facing the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, what we need to do is build like some crew-proof walls around here so he can kind of be off leash, but kind of he likes to patrol around, you know.
And I know a lot of people see him like on a leash in the videos and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't understand. They're like, "Oh, why you got to keep that poor dog leashed up like that all the time?" And we understand. We completely get it. We'd love to
Mm,
let him off leash, but until there is like put up a fence where he cannot get through, it's too dangerous to let him.
yeah.
Because if he sees something, he's gone. And barbed wire fences will not stop him. He'll run right through it.
And I've heard the same from a lot of Akita owners and Akita groups. Like, it's really better if you keep them on a leash unless they're in a confined area.
Mhm. Even even the best trained Akitas, you just never know because the prey drive in that is so high.
Yeah.
I definitely think we'll have like a little yard or something here that we can put them in and just let them run roam free
Yeah.
as long as we're there because he needs to be able to see us at all times as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Crew. One of the things is that he's always guarding us from strangers, and he's also guarding us to make sure we don't go anywhere or do anything.
Yes.
So he's got to keep an eye on us as well.
Yeah. How far from a town or city are you? Um, let's
Well, we have
see.
a small town not too far north from us, about 15 minutes. And it's a small town, but there are some things we can get. Like, I think they got like a hardware store in there, a dollar store where you can
Yeah,
pick up some things.
it's pretty small town. And then there's like a small city,
About a
maybe
half hour
20
away.
miles away or
Takes
so.
about a half hour to get there, and they got a Walmart. You can get almost everything else you need. But if we really need like a big box store or something like that, that's about an hour away. And then I got
Yeah.
all the things there, like
Just
your Home
curious
Depot, Lowe's.
as to how you're adapting to a remote place. Yeah, I mean, hasn't been too bad. We just kind of try to plan out our trips, so that we don't have to go out every day and go to town once a week or something.
Yeah, but otherwise, if we don't need to go out, it's really not too bad. I wouldn't say there has been a whole lot of adjustment. Would you say?
Not too much.
Because we're homebodies anyway, and this
Yeah.
and to me, I feel like you've been the most free you've ever been, and no matter where we lived, like you
Oh,
can actually go
yeah.
outside now. No matter where you lived, I don't
That's
think you ever felt comfortable going outside at all.
no.
People are asking for a crew cam.
Um,
Here he is sleeping. And he'll do that.
wow.
He'll do that. Just jump between the floor and the couch all night long.
Dave Kranick asks, how deep is your water table? It says my table is 1,800 feet and it's going to cost around $30,000. And where I am, I'm not allowed to collect rainwater.
Oh, what? That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah. That actually kind of factored into some of the places we were considering living because, like, some places it's not really even feasible to drill a well. Um, so a lot of people have to haul water, and if they're not in the city. So, and man, not being able to collect rainwater, that would be hard.
Yeah, luckily we don't have to go that far down. I think it could be as low as 300 feet, but they said to plan for 600.
And that would they estimate like maybe 20K
Yeah.
for us. So
So James Clark brings up about electric fence collars. Um, the thing about crew is I don't think we're not 100% sure whether an electric collar like that would even affect this guy. Like if he sees an animal, like
I don't know
The
if he,
adrenaline just
yeah.
gets, he just gets so pumped full of adrenaline. I don't even know if he feels any pain. Public disclosure says, why circular hose as opposed to a giant rectangular one?
Ooh,
Very good question.
yeah. We like building round with the earth bags. It tends to be more stable.
A lot of people want to build with square, and I get that, like, it's kind of how we're used to living, but
Yeah, and a lot of like if you're gonna be buying furniture or something, a lot of furniture is made for
square, like,
yeah.
yeah. So it is a little gonna probably be a little challenging getting used to a round living space. Don't get me wrong, but when building with earth bags, it's one of the things you have to take into consideration. Is building round structures is going to be a lot more stable and a lot stronger,
Especially underground.
especially underground.
Yeah, because there's more lateral forces affecting it. So if you did have a square or rectangular,
Oh.
oh, his eyes. No, hi.
He's doing something, so we'll put him on. We'll put him on camera. All right, I didn't mean to disrupt you.
Interrupt me for yeah. So with earthbag walls, if you have long runs of a straight wall, you need a buttress, or you need a thicker wall. I think it's like a 2-to-1 ratio of like height to width. So either like a buttress going out a certain distance or a really wide wall. So round was just more efficient for us. Less materials, less buttressing, and it's just more stable. So it's kind of like how an arch works. You have all these like pieces that lock together, and when there's pressure pushing on it, all the pieces just kind of lock tighter together.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to build with earth bags, think about circular structures. I mean, you can do straight walls. It's just more buttressing, more planning, and stuff like that. And also, and if you're going to get even stronger, then the dome is probably the strongest earth bag structure you can make.
Love how you two are not scared to work hard. Makes you sleep good at night and feel like you accomplished something for yourself. Yeah, that's how we feel, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been tough work, but not too bad.
Oh.
Honest. Don't get me wrong. There are times where you're sore and you get stiff and stuff like that. You definitely have to stretch, and you have to stay limber. But it's not as bad as I thought.
Mm.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say. And well, I mean, compared to maybe how you worked at different jobs, would you say it's? I mean, it's more. You
What
might
are you
feel
What are you
more.
asking?
I think the type of work we're doing, it's not necessarily like repetitive. Obviously, you're doing a lot of shoveling and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Not
you're
repetitive.
using your whole body, kind of. So it's like a whole body workout for one thing, and two, like it's very rewarding, very fulfilling.
Yeah.
Like just
Honestly,
building a home.
this is one of the toughest things I've ever done. Any jobs I've ever had have been physically demanding, but there's very few that's been more physically demanding than this. But it's much more enriching and rewarding building something for yourself, for sure. When can we get a time lapse of 1 day build? We should. We're working on that.
We've been talking about.
We're talking about that, and I think we're gonna try and work something out where we can do some time lapse work.
Mm-hmm.
Southern Boy Prepper, how's it going from Southwest Louisiana? What do you think about doing a GoPro for a crew cam walk?
That would be cool.
We have an action cam. We haven't utilized that at all.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Okay, we'll get the action cam set up.
A day in the life of crew.
Time's short. I want to get this in before we end. I'll probably make a post on it, but no video Saturday. Unfortunately, we had some issues with our editing software. And we had this editing software for a couple years, but there was a limit on the amount of time we could use it, and I totally forgot about it. I mean, we had this thing for years. All of a sudden, we're like, "Boop, you're done."
Sorry.
And we're like, and you're like, "What's going on with this?" All of a sudden, there's like this watermark. You're using a trial version of the thing, and I'm like, "What is going on?" So right now we're without editing software, so we can't put out a video for Saturday, but we're working on it. I just got approved for new editing software, so we're going to be getting that set up, and then we'll be able to edit again. So unfortunately, no video for Saturday. We'll just skip that. We'll put it out Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. We'll be done with the wall by then. So that should be very exciting. Get to see the completion of the wall. I'm excited, man. Then we'll be done with Earthbag building.
No.
It's just the beginning. Do we have any questions? Do we have any last questions? Milton Hopper says, "I love your poo pillow."
Thank you. It's the diameter of the Earthbag house. So the underground parts were each 14 feet, and the above ground parts, which are going to be the domes, are a little bit wider, and that's like a 20-foot interior diameter.
Grammy Karen, hello. What are the next projects? After building the house? We'll be building the house for a while. But what do you, I think, after the house is going to be growing projects. We're going to definitely be focused on growing a lot of our own food. I think that's where a lot of our energy is going to be put after this.
Yep. And a crew house.
And a crew house, of course. Do you have to permit anything? You have to permit just about everything.
Well, I think anything that's over a certain size, or if it has, like plumbing or electrical structures.
I think 200 square feet is what you're allowed without a permit, and 200 square feet building with no electrical or anything like that. Ooh. Will the house be single or double stacked Earthbags? Just one single stack of Earthbags.
But they're pretty wide bags.
Yeah, they're wider than the ones we're using now. It'd be 2 feet thick. Yeah, we're probably going to be doing sunken greenhouses. At least that's what we want to do. So I'm excited about that too. And I'm thinking about, I've seen this idea going around for IBC wicking bed things that I want to try out. I think that'll be interesting.
Yep. And I want to do aquaponics.
So much to do, so little time. All right, everyone, that is our time. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry we missed last week, but we wanted to give everyone, wanted to hope everyone spent time with their family, friends. Yeah. But we're glad to be back here. We're glad you guys could join us. Always appreciate you guys spending the time. Yes. I'm glad we could get those questions answered. Many thanks to our moderators for helping us out here. They're the ones in blue. Go check them out. They're such awesome big help. And then we'll catch you not this Saturday, but next Tuesday will be our next video. All right. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.